Yo, what's going on, fellas? It's your boy, the Bus, and we back in the building once again with another podcast from the Gridiron, man. And you know I got the homie OG in the building. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on? Glad to be in the building. Y'all know what time it is, man. We about to burn it down real quick.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, man, we just gonna jump right into it, man. we actually about to conclude the first season of the Grid and the Madden 2023. We in the Super Bowl right now, man. But before we dive into who's in the Super Bowl, man, let's give a quick shout out to my man Bloom King and them Giants and Saquon Barkley for winning the league MVP. Um, I think with the stats, if I can remember, man, he had like 398 carries, over 2,500 yards, and 34 tubs. So he kind of,
Mm-hmm.
I think he kind of ran away with it, man. Like probably from like week 4, week 5. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Bloom King, man. OG, what you think about Saquon Barkley, man?
He's one of them iconic franchise, once in every era type player, man. Like the dude, oh my God, stacks is just off the chart. 34 rushing touchdowns, over 2,500 rushing yards, and he was getting it done in the passing attack too. So this is what more needs to be said, man? The guy had a great year. Actually, able the Giants. We talk about the Giants, one of the most top five lowest ranked team in Madden.
Yeah, yeah.
Top five lowest ranked team in Madden made a deep playoff run. I believe won his division. So yeah, man, Bloom King, he did his thing. And what more needs to be said? Saquon, man, first MVP for Madden 23 cycle with a grid.
Yes, sir. So, shout out to him, man. I don't know if he'll be able to do it again with Saquon, but you know, when you running the ball like that, guys gonna start to key on your run game. So we may not see Saquon up here again, at least for season 2. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, man, you know the Giants did his thing, made an early exit out of the playoffs. But right now, man, let's get to the meat of this show, man. And we are in the Super Bowl right now with the Bucs and the mighty Dolphins. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, my question to you is: did you expect these two teams to be here?
To be honest, I'm a just tight doesn't surprise me. Due to the fact of course, he's got that championship caliber DNA. He got his favorite team with the Miami Dolphins. Now, the surprise for me, I wouldn't say tight surprised me because the AFC was kind of like thrown up in the air. But stir that rice, man, with these Bucks, he definitely surprised me. I feel like entering this player because he's one of the most chatty guys in the chat. Shout out
Yeah,
to my guy, meet the solid dude.
yeah,
But the NFC man had some heavy hitters, man. They had some heavy hitters, and I kind of felt like you know he flew underneath the radar. Of course, with the Saints user not being able to participate, doing some moving reasons,
right, right.
relocating. But you had Maniac, man, who was balling out. Dynasty, who was balling out.
Yeah,
So the Bucks kind of flew underneath the radar, was kind of in those guys' shadow. So
right, right.
he definitely surprised me. But tight didn't surprise me at all. Once I seen the Dolphins in the playoffs, I automatically knew, like, listen,
Yeah,
dudes, dudes know what it is. You know that championship caliber DNA that he just has.
yeah. And when I seen them make the playoffs with the number 3 seed, I'm like, yeah, I think tight work might be focused throughout these playoffs. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Um, but going back to stir that rice, I'm gonna say I was kind of surprised too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I mean, we I can't really focus on this now, man, because it's one of those situations where people gonna say you really don't know, but I gotta throw it out there. I don't know if he's here if X Evans is playing.
Mm. That,
So
mm-hmm.
so so I think Stir That Rice man need to send a thank you card to X Evans and his fiance or wife for moving during this time, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he knew the movers and he paid them to kind of like stall them out a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but whatever he did, it worked because X Evans wasn't able to play, but the Bucs is here. You know what I'm saying? He went through the Lions. Shoot, he beat the Giants and Saquon Barkley and them boys, and then
Mm-hmm.
he ran up against the juggernaut, Maniac and them Cardinals and beat them by 8.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
But
now he about to see what them Dolphins about. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So what's your expectations? What does Stir That Rice need to do to secure this victory?
I gotta just chime back on something you said
Yeah,
about X Evans. Now, this is the thing right here with a lot of guys. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of guys because you one of them guys who watch and pictures you just game inside of the league. Stir That Rice actually was playing X Evans very tough. Like if you
yeah,
watch those two games
yeah,
that they played, Stir was right there. Like he just made crucial mistakes at the wrong time, and then X Evans just capitalized on it. But he was going toe to toe with X Evans in those Saints,
yeah,
so I kind of feel like that kind of prepared him for a maniac and a dynasty in these playoffs. But type whole different juggernaut. And for Stur to get this right, man, the I love what he's doing with his team, but couple things that I'm just gonna mention right here about this Bucs team that kind of like is shocking to me. The first thing is, of course, he comes out, plays the Lions in the wild card round, has a spectacular game,
yeah,
clicking on all cylinders. Defense is balling, offense is
yeah.
balling.
55-14.
But since that since that Lions game in the wild card round, the pressure has been
Mm-hmm.
gone, and you're playing against a user who, by far, don't get it wrong, we all know Tight loves to run the ball, but now you got two speed demons. You got Waller out there, who's lightning quick, and then you got Mr. Cheetah, new nickname Cheetah, Tyreek Hill,
Yeah,
who's running around. So if you're not getting no pressure, that secondary who already lacks speed is going to suffer tremendously throughout this whole entire matchup and put your defense in bad situations throughout the game. So first thing, he has to figure out how to get pressure on Tua and make Tua make mistakes. The next thing is, Stir, what is going on, man? Like, I don't understand why Mike Evans and Chris Godwin has not been seeing any action at all throughout this entire playoffs. Like, we need to put at this point, we need to put both of these guys on the back of a milk carton because I don't know what's going on with either one of them. But when you got a guy like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin paired with Tom Brady, the GOAT, and don't get it wrong, I understand that his rushing attack with them dudes down backs with White and Leonard Fournette is clicking right now. But that's going to switch in this matchup because you're going up against a defensive mind user with tight work
right.
who has been demolishing, like shutting down each user he's faced rushing attack. Joe Mixon was tearing defenses up throughout this whole
Yeah,
playoff run with Styles and those Bengals.
he
He
got bottled up.
shut Mixon down last week. So my question to Stir is, do you like? And this is going to sound crazy coming out of my mouth,
Right.
but do you trust Tom Brady to go, or you don't?
Um,
Like,
I see where you're going with this. This is
mm-hmm,
one of the things that I was gonna speak on. Like, I'm gonna piggyback off of you when you were talking about, what I'm saying. It's almost like that character back in the day when you used to be in them books.
mm-hmm,
Highlights. Where's Waldo?
mm-hmm,
Shit.
mm-hmm.
Where's Mike Evans? Where's
It's
Godwin? I'm looking at the last game. Mike Evans had one catch for 13 yards. Godwin had two for 34. Scotty Miller
Mm-hmm.
had 4 for 61. I don't think he will survive if he doesn't get take advantage of Mike Evans.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the rushing was there. He seemed like he likes to run the ball. As you mentioned, Fournette had 10 attempts for 74 yards last game, and then the rookie Rashad White had 13 for 53.
Mm-hmm.
That tight is gonna probably shut down this running game, so it's gonna force you to use the GOAT Brady to get Mike Evans and Godwin involved. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this could benefit him because, bruh, we all know how accurate Brady is,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then we also know how Mike Evans is. Now, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. Now, I don't know if Titan is going to capitalize on this or not. So most of us are in like 2, 3 leagues. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Titan's in 2 leagues. He's in the grid where he has the Dolphins, and he's in DML where he has ooh, the
The
Bucs.
Bucs. Mm-hmm.
So does that give him an edge of knowing how to attack the Bucs?
I I would say yes if both of these users had. Matter of fact, looking at the stats and the numbers, both of these users look like the same kind of user. Run heavy, telling your defense to make plays. Now, all of that, when we talk about Madden here, and we talking about how the structure of the game is built this year, it's built around these big body wide receivers
Yes.
going up and attacking the ball. So when you got and of course, once again, accurate, top rated quarterbacks. So there's no way you could figure out how to attack that.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, Madden's going to be what Madden's going to be. And we're talking about two of the top three best players at their positions with Tom Brady and Mike Evans. So at this point, to be honest, it kind of gives Tight an advantage. But however, I feel like it doesn't give him an advantage
Yep.
because once again, it's just how the game is built. And at this point, I feel like Stir is his own weakness at this point. But it's just crazy. Like just talking about having to get Mike Evans involved and having to depend on Tom Brady when it should be normally it'd be reversed. All
Right.
right, we got to depend on your rushing attack because the guys are going to come out and try to figure out how to shut down Tom Brady and Mike Evans. But these guys have flat out been ghost Casper for the whole entire playoffs.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to figure out how to add something different to his offense of play because the rushing attack. I'm letting you know right now, so it's going to get shut down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to get shut down. You're playing against a user who's this is chess not checkers.
Right.
You're going to have to figure out how to think outside the box and just when you have to have a game plan ABCDEFGHIJK
Yeah.
LMNOP the whole alphabet
Yeah.
because this is not going to be no easy walk in the park for you. But he's here. He's here. He showed that. He went up against every juggernaut in the NFC, but
Right.
like he's going to have to figure that out. He's going to have to figure it out for
So
sure.
so my thing is this: when does Tight be like, you know what? Now I gotta stop focusing on his pass. Is it when he throws that? Is it when he surprises Tight and throws that one high ball catch to Mike Evans and he comes down with it?
hmm I feel like when Tight is going to he has that championship DNA, and he's not going to get rattled with
Oh,
one or two, or three plays.
right.
Now, when you start to see the drives where Brady is going 5 for 5,
Yeah.
6 for 6, that's when he's going to have to lock into. All right, you know what? Let me ease up and become a balance now to where as though I am still shut. Because listen, he has. If you look at the layers on this Dolphins defense from the front four, the linebackers to the secondary,
Yeah.
it doesn't lack anywhere. And then you throw on top of that the user skills that the user slash stick skills that Tight brings to the game. He's not going to be rattled, but he's going to have to adjust, and I think that adjustment will come probably. I say mid second quarter because I feel like that's when Stir B, C, D game plan is gonna have to start kicking in.
Right, right, right.
But
I I think
it's
immediately he got Xavier Howard has to be on Mike Evans. At
mm-hmm,
least that eases your mind as far as like I don't even have to worry about Mike too much because I got
mm-hmm,
my best cornerback on his best receiver, and then I'll be cool cool with everybody else.
mm-hmm.
As long now I don't know if y'all watched the game last night. As long as this don't happen. So when last night when the Bengals was playing the Dolphins, they had X on T Higgins, one of their best receivers. So they said we gonna shut out T Higgins and we gonna focus on the right side where Godwin and not Godwin, Boyd and Chase at.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did the Bengals do? They threw the X. T Higgins scored a touchdown. So let's make sure that don't happen when X is on Mike Evans in this game, man. So if X is gonna be on Mike, I'm gonna need Xavier Howard to lock that side down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I think it's gonna be a really good matchup, man. But if like you said, if Stir that Rice can't bring another dimension to his offensive game,
Mm-hmm.
this game might get out of hand real quick.
Yeah, he's going to tight because we know what tight gonna come out to do, man. And then it's kind of to me feel like it's no you under the big lights, Super Bowl like and Stir he's been under the lights for a couple games. He had a couple game of the weeks. Majority of his playoffs has been on snipes.
Yeah,
So who in my opinion is who's the pressure is on the most like because Tight, this is just another walk in the park for Tight.
yeah, yeah.
Multiple banner hanger.
Right.
But I feel like Stir has the pressure on him, and I want to see how he's gonna. Because this is a different level of pressure.
Oh yeah.
Let's just speak facts.
Right.
This is the time to get your bowl because everything lined up in your favor. Now I'm not saying that none of the people that you played was a cakewalk. No, what I'm saying is that the top guy in the NFC was out of it.
Right.
You got here, so this is because next is only going to get tougher
Oh
each
yeah.
season. It's only going to get tougher each season. So this is your chance to get your banner and get that monkey off of your back because after this season, to of course Brady, is he still going to be there?
Yeah.
Issues with some players, are they going to be there? You got to
Right.
probably rebuild your roster. So this is the different level of pressure right here.
Yeah.
So that's going to play a major factor also too. And also, man, it's just like you just said, can he add another dimension to his game? And also too figure out because his defense has been clicking, but can he figure out how to contain this Miami Dolphins offense? Because the D's there, but now you have offense that matches the same level as their defense. So it's gonna be an interesting game. But if by the first, put it like this: by the end of the first quarter, we gonna know what kind of game we gonna have.
Exactly.
Whether it's gonna be one of them things where Tight is gonna be just blowing this dude out, or if it's gonna come down to the wire. But by the end of the first quarter, we gonna see what's gonna happen, man. And
Yeah.
I
It's
can't wait, man. I
yeah.
can't wait
It's
for this. It's exciting.
like you said, man. Stuart Rice. If he doesn't win this Super Bowl, I don't see him making it to another one because it's the first season, man, and a lot of guys were kind of use this season to kind of like get acquainted to the game, try to figure out what the do's and don'ts are,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to believe season two, you probably gonna get everybody's A game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna already be through for agency. We're gonna hit the draft. Guys gonna know how their team plays, what positions they need to address. So and then you're gonna have a big X on your back. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody gonna be gunning for shit the Dolphins and the Bucs. You know what I'm saying? So as you said, man, after that first quarter, we gonna know how this game gonna end up, man. I don't know if we gonna hear Snipe saying what do you say? TDC to the crib,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all for one team, or
Mm-hmm.
or if it's gonna be for both. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I think, man.
Now the question is, who do you got winning the bowl?
Who I got winning?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a say tight work gonna win it.
Ooh.
And I ain't saying that because it's a homie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the league we cool with, but
Mm-hmm.
I just think that pressure
Mm-hmm.
buzz pipes, and me and you both have experienced being in the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl, and losing the Super Bowl. But the
Mm-hmm.
but the pressure is getting that first one, bro.
Yep.
Like it's tough, and it's a different atmosphere in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I know this is a video game, but man, when you got that controller in your hand and your hands getting sweaty, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And and your nerves start sweating. Hey, bro,
Mm-hmm.
it's different. So being the fact that Tight has the experience of being in multiple Super Bowls, I just think Tight probably out there chilling right now, man, walking the dog, eating some hot dogs and some donuts and
Chilling.
yeah, he just chilling. He just waiting. You know what I'm saying? Got his Crocs on with the fur. You know, stir that rice over there, paranoid boy. He looking at the time. Hey, you know how it is when you in school and you about to fight, and the
Mm-hmm.
dude
Looking at
say,
every second of that clock. Paying,
he like,
paying
damn,
attention to that clock.
yes
Uh-huh.
sir. So, you know, if 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 he can, withstand the pressure and at least put up a fight, man, and be in the game in the fourth quarter, then it can go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Cause see now the pressure's on both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's the
Mm-hmm.
pressure on the Bucs to win, and then Tight over is like, well, dang, he's still in the game. Now I can't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a even,
Mm-hmm.
so it's an even playing field right there, man. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man. But hey, I do want to say one thing though. AJ said something in the chat the other day, and it had me
Mm-hmm.
had me laughing, man. Cause the Bucs kept asking for a show, and we give it to them right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So AJ was like, man, stir that rice. He was like, man, sit down, man. Like, okay, yeah, give him a show where you talk about him having the Bucks, which is the best team, and then you win the Super Bowl and patting yourself on the back. Basically, what he was saying is, you got the best team in the game. You really should be here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
But he can't. No, no. I this he should be here, but like we keep talking about pressure, and we case in point, the Packers. The Packers is what top. I want to say what they at
yeah,
least top five.
yeah. At
They
least top
top
five.
five.
Yeah.
We have the shit. The Packers was at the bottom of the pack of the league. So
Hey.
just having, listen, look, I'm just saying, man. Like they was at the, not to take nothing from Miss Eric, yo, but we talking about Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
one of the best defenses, one of the best O lines, one of the best threat backfield with Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon.
Yeah.
They had a solid wide receiver core with young rookies, all good upsize with speed. So my thing is, even though you got the best team, that doesn't just stamp you
Right. Right.
to hey, you're gonna be in the Super Bowl, and that right there just discredited all the users and all the talent in the league. Like,
Right.
okay, just because he's got the best team, does that mean that he support? No, man. Like the league is filled up with good users with good talent. So I won't credit that, but it was funny hearing Stir like, all right, I made it here now, y'all.
Yeah.
Where my show at?
Yeah.
Like, so it was funny. If it was funny, like, and y'all promised that if I made it here,
Yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
gonna give me a show. Now, this is where like I'm going with my gut on this, man. Because I kind with my pick. We're gonna talk about tight
Yeah.
now. Tight. The question for me is because after becoming that we gonna say that dude, and we
Mm.
talking about Madden of winning multiple banners. Like we both can contest to this. Like winning multiple banners. Just knowing that expectation. Like all I gotta do is make it to the playoffs,
Right. Right.
and that New York Giant magic gonna spark, and we gonna get to the bowl. My question is, does Tight still want it? Because once he gets to the
Um.
playoffs,
I think. I think being that this is the you know I can't really say a new league You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
being the fact that Grid is what's is becoming like a pretty solid league. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it's
Mhm.
the first year of the 2023. You in the first Super Bowl. I think just because of that, I know I would want it.
That's what I'm saying. So is that was kind of like not stirring me away from making my pick for the Dolphins, but it's kind of like having that motivation of like,
Yeah.
all right, it's another bowl. Like, what type of motivation do you give yourself to want to come in there lock in? Now, of course, like I said, with him winning multiple championships, just the championship DNA is almost like the Patriots every year. Like
Yeah.
the Patriots is destined to go to the Super Bowl, whether we like it or not. But once you get there, it's like, all right, we're here. Now what? So I feel like who's going to be the hungriest in this matchup? And I kind of my meter after like breaking down and actually doing like a deep dive into the game. I feel like Stir That Rice is really hungry because you
Oh,
can't keep eating off of rice all day. You
for
can't, like
sure.
you just can't. You can't.
Yeah.
I feel like he's more hungrier, and that hunger is going to and that hunger combined with that knowing like shit, I gotta get it this game because like you said before, just people what you said, being in a bowl, man, and just that anxiety, and you be like, shit, you're not trusting your reads, you hitting the wrong buttons, and the controller sweaty as shit in
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
hand. I kind of feel like all that is gone now because he got past, of course, his what we could would consider his Achilles heel is maniac in those cards. So
Right.
now I feel like that pressure is off. Now I feel like it's just he's hungry now. Like I'm here. I want this shit. Like
Yeah.
So I feel like the Bucs man is going to come out and win this game. Now it's not going to be by a large margin. It's going to definitely be a tight game, but I feel like the Bucs is definitely going to come out and start going to hang his name up in the grid rafters, man, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's my pick, man.
That's your
It's
pick.
going to be a good
It's
game.
gonna be a
That's my
good
pick,
game,
man.
man. And I definitely do think Stir That Rice is hungry. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He knows tight work is an OG
Mhm.
of many leagues. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
yeah, he definitely gonna be hungry. And you right. You know what I'm saying? You can't get full off that white rice, but you go to the hibachi and they start and they start putting them vegetables and that meat on that rice and that
Mhm.
white sauce. Now you cooking.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm. So he going to need some sauce and all that.
yeah.
So come out of that plain white rice now, man.
So once you get that, yeah, he gonna be cooking, man. So we gonna see who wins, man. But yo, you going with the Bucks? I think the OG tight work. You know what I'm saying? Takes Stir That Rice to school and teach him a lesson.
Mhm.
And I think he wins, man. So maybe, man, maybe like I don't know if you already did it or not, man, but maybe in the chat, you can post a little over and under, man. Oh no, no, oh we can just put a poll up, you know what I'm saying, for the league
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
see who they think gonna win, you know.
It's
And they
gonna be a
do it
good one, though.
do
I'm
it that way.
excited for it. Believe me.
Yes, sir. So man, other than that, man, you got anything else to say about this magical matchup that's about to take place at 5 Eastern today?
Man, if Stir That Rice, man, I'm just telling you right now, brother. If Mike Evans or Chris Godwin don't get involved in this passing the game, passing the tech, at this point, man, you might as well just trade them, get rid of them because this is what these guys are here for. This is what they being paid for. This is what they're here for. So if you ain't getting them involved, man, I need you to change your name to just Rice because you ain't whipping nothing up in the bowl, man. Just Rice, just
Yeah.
Rice.
Yeah.
Just Rice. That's
Yeah.
it, though.
Excuse me. But other than that, man, hey, man, we had a pretty good season one, man. Even with all the issues that EA is having with the depth charts and all that other stuff. But I don't know, man. Lately, I haven't really seen my depth chart been changing that much.
No, it's to be honest. I tip the head up to the lead on that. But we got through it with
Yeah.
a shit games not saving all kinds of stuff, and we was able to still get through it. So shout out to the lead on that one.
Yeah. But
Shout out to the lead on that one.
other than that, man, I'm just gonna tell y'all this. We moving into the off season, man. This is where a lot of people start making mistakes,
Woo-wee.
getting them
Pay
violations
attention to
and
the
penalties,
rules.
man. So please, just ask questions.
Hmm.
Go back and refresh your memory on the rules, man. And before you do anything, just ask. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It will save you a lot of trouble. Save us a lot of trouble, man. But other than that, hey, let's keep pushing. We do have a. I don't know if you guys have used the game save fix that somebody found. I can honestly say I've used it 3 times and it's worked every time. So make sure y'all guys use that, man, when you're playing your games. Get ready for the Super Bowl. Get ready for season 2. Shout out to OG for getting on the show with me.
Appreciate
And
you.
we will see y'all next time, man. We out.